everyone, and welcome to Sounds of Health, where we share the stories, people, and resources that help others to improve their physical, emotional, and financial well-being. Today's episode was recorded live from Hamden Fest on June 8th, 2024 in Town Center Park in Hamden, Connecticut. Host Dave MacNiven and producer Jason Carubia invited guests to sit down with them at the Nutmeg Insurance Advisors booth to share in the Sounds of Health broadcast on Facebook Live. Due to the live nature of the event, some interviews contain music recorded over discussion and may be difficult for some listeners. We present the interviews in entirety to support our local businesses and are providing chapter markers in the podcast notes for listeners to locate a specific interview. Thank you and enjoy the Sounds of Health.
Vendors, food trucks. There was a half marathon and a 5K wrapping up, and we just appreciate the Hamden Regional Chamber of Commerce asking us to be here today. We're also here with Nutmeg Insurance Advisors, and we have a table set up for people who would like to get more information on what we do and the services we provide. So this is a great day to come on down and talk to some people. Find the food truck of your choice and enjoy the sunshine. So if you have any questions about health insurance, Medicare, life insurance, long-term care, we're happy to support you there as well. Jason, how you feeling today?
It's a little unnerving, doing this live podcast with so much going on around us right now.
Yeah, completely. And we really don't know how we're doing. This is our first time being anywhere but the office with our podcast.
Yeah. I work in the screen here and setting everything up. There's crowds and crowds of people. The half marathon happened. There was a lot of people that ran that. I wish I was able to do that.
Through. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but yeah, there's just a lot of activity right now. So hopefully throughout the day we're going to have a lot of activity here at our booth here.
Yeah, we're hoping to talk to a lot of different people today. Like I said, there's live music. I don't know how much of that the feed's picking up on, but it's Trey Paul is performing, and they're doing a great job. They just had a little opening ceremony to welcome everybody to Hamden Fest and to thank the Hamden Regional Chamber of Commerce and Nancy Dudchik and for all the work that they're doing to get people out and about. It's really lively here in Hamden, so great day to be out here.
And please, everyone, if they could, want to like and share the feed.
Good reminder.
Feel free to tag any businesses that come on as well in the feed. We're going to be trying to do that as well to share, of course, all the wonderful businesses here at Hamden Fest.
Yeah, and if you don't know about Sounds of Health, if this is the first time you're coming across us, our podcast is specifically built to highlight the people, resources, and businesses that help others to live healthier. And it could be financially, it could be emotionally, it could be physically. So what we do each and every week is we try to find those stories and resources that will help you to move the needle toward better health. And you can go back and listen. I think we're on episode 20.
Yeah, this is 20.
This is 20. Okay, so episode 20. So we've got a lot of great content. We've talked to a lot of amazing guests. So check us out. Go back and listen to the episodes and subscribe, leave a review. You can also reach us at our email address, which is soundsofhealthpod@gmail.com, and on our website, soundsofhealthpodcast.com.
Other way around.
It's the other way around? I got it wrong.
soundsofhealthpodcast@gmail.com. Website is soundsofhealthpod.com.
See, this is why you're here.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it's absolutely an amazing day out right now, though.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, so
the next thing. So as we take breaks from talking, we do have some music from Ash and Eric and from Johnny Rogers. They both were so gracious to allow us to use their original songs. So when we aren't here talking, we'll be playing that music. So enjoy.
Yeah, Johnny's actually playing at Local Palooza right now, which is a local music festival. He just released a new album. And Ash, Eric, and Johnny are local here at Hamden. So
yeah, for sure. All right,
support local music.
Come out and see us at Hamden Town Center Park, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Thank you.
So one of the best things about Hamden Fest is we have so many great vendors and businesses here, and our friends from Always Best Care are here. If you are a listener of the podcast, You've heard from them before. But Linda, why don't we just hear from you a little bit? Introduce yourself to everybody out there and tell us about what you do.
Well, thank you, Dave. My name's Linda Craig, and we are the owners. I am the owner of Always Best Care Senior Services. We're actually located in Wallingford, but we cover the greater New Haven area. And so we are here promoting our services for seniors. What we do is basically two things. We do home care, and we realize that home is the
when
best
they
place
say
to
it
be.
can't be done,
And
well, sure as hell, that's what you're gonna
That's
do.
very important.
That's
to
true.
them. So this will come in anywhere from an hour all the way up to personal hygiene.
Just like a bear to the honeybee, well, I couldn't keep my paws off of you.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's one of the services you provide.
If love is a chain, ours is made of ice.
And sometimes, you encounter that, right? They can't walk upstairs anymore. Or maybe they turn on the stove and they walk away. We help seniors find great assisted living communities to move into. And based on their finances and their likes, we have a great team that will set up tours. They'll bring them on the tours. We'll help them evaluate the different communities that we tour. And we don't charge anything for that. We are very unbiased.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, to be transparent, we get a referral fee from the community. So it makes us unbiased, and we help find the best place. We want this, if they're going to move, we want this to be the last move, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you help people to kind of find what the right solution is for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's no other home care company out there that also does assisted living service placement. So in essence, we're looking at the person. What's the best thing for our seniors?
That's really good to know.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and it's such a tough thing for people to kind of navigate through on their own. Really, to navigate whether or not they can stay in the home, what's the best option for them, and there are so many options out there these days.
There's a lot of options. What we're finding is that they don't understand it because this is the first time they're going through it.
Yeah, sure.
So we also become a big resource to them as well, walking them through either home care or placement services and guiding them through the way.
Yeah, gotcha.
And also educating the family members as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so that they're aware as well.
Yeah. So I truly, if you're listening to our podcast, I hope you come down to the Hamden Fest.
Yeah, come down to Hamden Fest. Great day for it.
It is beautiful. You couldn't have a better day to have the whole community come out. There's things for kids. There's food trucks all over. The chamber has their business booth, which I'm part of, and you as well. And so we have our table set up here, and we're able to talk to a lot of people. So this is the place to be today.
I agree with you. I mean, so we are under the Business Expo tent, right?
Yes.
So your table is going to be back behind us, if people can see us. And then out in front of us here, I mean, I see all of these different markets and vendors, these food trucks. Do you have your eye on a particular food truck today?
I love all the food trucks.
Yeah, they're all so good.
We always come and definitely get a good lunch here with the food trucks.
Definitely.
I was right behind the Greek truck coming in.
Oh, so good.
Pulling into the place. I'm like, oh, that might be a good lunch for today.
I feel like we have a lot of choice today.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And so it's we've been doing this, I think this has been the 4th year.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah, I think for me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And each time it's always good. Even when the weather's not good, the town really comes out and supports each other.
I agree. It's really lively here today. It's good to see.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking the time away from your table and coming to say hello to us and telling people about what you do. You were one of our first guests on the podcast. So
yes, you had trust in us.
Yeah, and now you're the first guest here today, other than me and Jason. So.
Well, that's good. We'll make it happen together. And
absolutely.
I think the senior community needs to know that there's a ton of services out there for them.
There really are.
You know, what you do, what I do, and other people also here in our tent. So I feel it's the least we can do is help our seniors. They have helped us grow up and become the people we are today.
Of course.
At least my parents have.
Yeah.
And this is the least that we can do to give back to them.
I agree. I think that's a great way to put it.
Yes.
And I do think there's a lot of resources. If somebody's out there and you're challenged by something, there are things out there that can help you.
Absolutely.
So, reach out to us. Come out to Hamden Fest. There's a lot of people here that can help, and it's a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Well,
All
thank
right.
you
Well, thank
very
you,
much.
Linda. Great to see you.
Okay. See
all right,
you all
we'll
soon.
talk again soon.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. So we're going to keep walking around and finding other guests, but in the meantime, enjoy some of this great music from Ash and Eric. To you live from Hamden Fest at Hamden Town Center Park in Hamden, Connecticut. It's an absolutely perfect day for it. And now we're here with Dave Polatta from CarePartners of Connecticut. CarePartners is one of our partners in the insurance industry, helping seniors with Medicare solutions. Dave, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dave. Thank you so much for having me. Great to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing specifically and what CarePartners has to offer.
So CarePartners is a Medicare Advantage plan. We're one of 9 in the state. We've been here now for 6 years. We're a little bit more becoming a known quantity here in New Haven. We've recently, the past 2 years, added Yale to our network, and that has really more than doubled the network for CarePartners of Connecticut, and it's made us a much more household name. And people are starting to put the materials that the marketing materials that they're getting at home to our face. So it's good to see.
It takes a while, right?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, people have to see it multiple times and in different ways to really start to get it.
Yeah, no doubt. We do things a little bit different. We're a nonprofit organization. We're a joint venture partner with Hartford Healthcare, and ultimately we try to simplify the process. We only offer 2 plans to make it really, really simple for people to understand and not complicate the matter. But we've had a great success year after year. We've grown and grown. We doubled our population, our membership
that's
since
fantastic.
last year, and you were a big part of that in helping us grow. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys do so much in the community as well. I mean, being a part of events like this at Hamden Fest, what is it like for you to be at these things?
So it's great because people are they look at us and they look at the sign and they're like, hey, I have seen this before.
Yeah.
But it's just interacting with folks. I met Choices Counselor here already today. People from AAA that are looking to be able to have an outlet for their clients to be able to come to someone like yourself that offers a free service to be able to review benefits and medications and help people understand where to be. Year after year, these plans change so much, and people's health change, that it's such an invaluable service that you provide.
For sure, yeah. And it's nice to be out here in the community and really talk to people that are utilizing the benefits or need the benefits. So it's such a great service to provide.
It is feel good. We're a local carrier. Our roots are based out of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
With Tufts Health Plan. And, we really feel that being in the market, being local, being present, knowing the names of towns is always certainly
Right.
a helpful thing.
Yeah, for sure. It gets confusing here in Connecticut.
Absolutely.
I know when I first started getting into the Medicare business, and I was working directly for a carrier, and I was going all over Connecticut because my territory was in the northern part of Connecticut, and my wife would ask me, hey, where are you going today? And I'd mention where I was going. She's like, that's not a real place. So I can't imagine if you're a telesales person in another state, not knowing Connecticut, that'd be challenging.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Use somebody local. That's the real message.
It's always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a whole lot of sense. Have you taken a look around any of the vendors or food trucks today?
Not yet. Been busy at our table, but it does look like a gorgeous day. So if you haven't planned to come here, certainly do so. There's a lot of events going on and a lot of good items for sale.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're going to start walking around and seeing, what food is available for lunch too. So.
Great. You spot me anything that looks good, I'd be more than happy to test it out.
Will do. Well, thanks for coming on, Dave. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you, and we're so thankful for your partnership, and enjoy the day. Hopefully we'll get more people out here.
All right, look forward to it.
All right, thank you, Dave.
You bet.
And we're here live from Hamden Fest. We have another guest on the podcast. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do?
Well, thank you. I am
I was restless as Tennessee, with my neck craned in a coma,
I brought my tubes with me.
and the canary was singing her song to me as I held
So you're mobile today. You don't have a table?
through the night.
Okay.
Get everybody in shape over here.
Yeah.
The underground told in my wandering soul.
Yeah. And Roxy has been on Sounds of
Paid
Health
for
before, so
my
she's
ticket out of
appreciate
the
you being on
cold,
and for all your support.
and I got on the very first
What are you
flight
excited about for today?
and left you to chase the light. Carolina,
Awesome.
Carolina,
Got the music.
I never did say
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate
goodbye.
it.
Carolina, Carolina.
I'm actually thinking about doing a podcast, Dave. So
Are you
you're
really?
my
Well,
inspiration.
I'm here for you. All right, I'm here now with Alicia Watley of Alicia Watley Photography.
Yes.
Alicia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I absolutely love community events and just being here, supporting others as much as possible, and just bringing my energy.
That's awesome. Well, your energy is always very positive and very big, so
Thank
I
you,
always
Dave.
appreciate that. Now, you're doing something special with your table here, right?
Yeah, so today, whoever comes and visits Hamden Fest, I have my photo booth up. And
That's
you
awesome.
can come take a complimentary photo on us, get it delivered right down to your phone, and just enjoy some fun props.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Are you just there by yourself? You got somebody helping you?
My dad. So
Okay.
my dad came down for a
Perfect.
few minutes, and he is just engaging with everyone here,
That's
just like I
great.
am.
That's great. Now, what kind of business do you do with you know, why would people come to you? What can you help with?
Yeah, so here at Alicia Watley Photography, which I just got my studio May 1st.
Oh, wow.
we are-
Congratulations.
Thank you. We are located right at 2985 Whitney Ave in Hamden.
Very nice.
Right next to True Love Pet Care, Small Talk Salon. I am sandwiched in between some lovely businesses, and I do business branding, so that would be your headshot, but I like to call them business portraits because verbiage is really important to me.
Yeah.
And I love weddings and just portraiture in general. Like, I love children the ages of 3 to 5. If they can sit and stand, absolutely amazing. And being a mom, I feel like it's so important to have women empowerment, tween empowerment, and just small business empowerment.
Yeah.
Because that's what we need. We need a village all around.
I agree. Yeah, completely. So that's great. Sounds like you're really specific in what you like to
Yes.
do. That's great. And what was this one you just mentioned before we came on the mic?
Yeah, so before we came on the mic, I was talking about Pooch Playoffs.
Pooch Playoffs,
So
all right.
we're ending Pooch Playoffs. It was 16 participants. They're all dogs.
Okay, I
And
hope so.
they're moms and dads. They volunteered to bring them in, $99 entry fee. They got their pet portrait. It's an online bracket style competition, which the competition hasn't happened yet. It's going to be happening the week of June 17th.
Okay.
Probably. So pay attention. Be on the lookout for those links, and you get to vote for the ultimate cutie of
that's so much
Hamden.
fun.
Yeah,
That's great.
and we raised money for Gimme Shelter, so it's a fun way to bring photography and raising funds all
Yeah.
together. You know, like a 360.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you took all of the portraits and now you're getting
Yes.
them ready for the,
Yep,
the
and
voting.
all of the participants have a commemorative keychain, which I have some at my table.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that is one gift. They get a small gift bag of different goodies. Like Kelly from True Love Pet Care, she's doing a little water bowl and the little trash poop bags.
Yeah, right.
She's donating them for the
That's
participants.
great.
Paul and Eddie's has a gift certificate for pizza. So I'm trying to bring everything together.
Yeah.
Support all the communities, businesses that want to be involved to sponsor and get social media recognition. The flyers are over now, but
Right,
I'd
yeah.
love to help social media posts push that out.
Awesome.
And it's really important to me to be there for others.
Yeah.
You know, and just say like, hey, you're not alone. Like, as much as those intrusive thoughts in our heads
Mm-hmm.
when we're doing everything, like you with podcasts, like, oh, you can't do it. Like, no, we can do anything that we put our mind to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so it's very important to me that I am there for others, and I say, hey, you can do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about that a lot on Sounds of Health, about how you can design the life you want.
Yes.
And that's part of what we're doing, is we're trying to highlight those resources that are out there to help you do it.
Yeah.
So-
And it was so funny that you're live streaming today, because I even thought, I was like, I need to talk with Dave. I need
funny.
to go on.
Yes, you do. I
here
have to have you
am.
on for a full episode, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a few, I told you, I have a few event ideas I want to talk to you about, too.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
great. So how can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram at Alicia Watley Photography. And you can email me at info@AliciaWatleyPhotography.com. I don't need to spell it out, but normally I do. But I'm like, you know
We'll
what?
put it on the feed, too.
Yeah.
We'll point people in the right direction.
Yeah,
We'll
or
definitely
even
talk
call
about
me.
having you on for a full episode.
Sounds good.
All right. And if you guys are coming down to Hamden Fest, this is a great opportunity to go over to the photo booth, have some fun, get a photo, meet Alicia, another great person you can talk to. So come on out.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
I absolutely love being here.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're
Appreciate you stopping
welcome.
by. What a great day it is out here at Hamden Fest at Hamden Town Center Park. Yep, you got it right. So try and get close to the mic. You can pull it towards you if you like. So I'm here with Cynthia Montano, who's also from Always Best Care. She works with Linda Craig. Cynthia, how you doing today?
Fantastic. It is such a beautiful day, and it's such an honor to be here at Hamden Fest.
Yeah, I can see you out there dancing.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
ready to get going, huh?
Oh, yes. Put that music on, and I'm dancing.
So Linda was on first.
Yes.
You guys were great to be on the podcast very early on too, but then she was here as our first guest on our first real big event live stream. So she told us a lot about the services you guys provide, but your role with Always Best Care is very specific. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. So my name is Cynthia Montano, and I'm a senior living consultant with Always Best Care. And I've got 14 years experience in senior living. I have offered free consulting services to over 1,000 individuals and families.
That's amazing.
Anywhere in Connecticut. So I act as their consultant. You can think of me as a senior living realtor. So I meet with the family, and just like a realtor, I'm going to find information on budget, location, lifestyle preference. And then I set out to put together a list of communities that would be appropriate for this particular senior. For those communities that spark an idea, maybe I can live here, I will set up the tours. I accompany the senior and or the family on the tours. I help them go through that entire process and help them make that final decision as to which community is the best option for them.
That's fantastic.
If they need any kind of referral, an elder care attorney, a mover, a move management company, a junk remover, whatever it is, an insurance agent. Because I work with the children of, and oftentimes they're in their 60s or approaching 60s.
Sure.
So, of course, I'm going to recommend you, David, and the Nutmeg Group. So, this door swings both ways.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And the services you provide are just so important for people, especially at a time in their lives when they are having some challenges.
Yeah.
And it's a hard world to kind of navigate through. So thank you for all that you're doing. It's great having you guys here today under the Business Expo tent. What's the thing you're most excited about today?
I just love getting in front of people and letting them know that this kind of service is available to them. I went through it with my mom back in 2007, 2008, and we, as a family, we didn't know what to do. So you do the best you can, but now I want to let everybody know that there's a free service out there. Meet with me. We can chat. There are people who come who are a year or two or more away, so they're in the pre-planning stage. I've got those people who are in the planning stage, maybe 6 months to a year, and then unfortunately there are those who are in a crisis phase. They can't go home. They're in a rehab. They fell. So anybody and everybody.
Okay. Well, how can people find you?
So I am at Always Best Care Senior Services. My email address is cmontano, MONTANO, at abc-seniors.com. My phone number is 475-559-6899.
Great, and we will link to you guys too, and just let people know where they can
wonderful.
find you. Thank you for stopping by today. I think it's getting pretty close to lunch. I'm eyeing a couple of these food trucks. Anything you're excited about out there?
All of it. Unfortunately, the smells are fantastic.
I know they're starting to hit me.
I'm gonna just kind of go out there and land wherever I land.
Awesome. Well, it feels like it's getting more activity today,
Yes.
so this is great. Come out and join us at Hamden Fest at the Hamden Sound Center Park, and thank you, Cynthia.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Okay, and you're going to want to get nice and close.
Okay. Do I sound okay?
You sound great. Are we good, Jay?
Good.
All right, so we have another guest on the podcast. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about who you are and what you do?
Absolutely. My name is Christina Lakomski, and I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm with Heart Wellness Group, LLC. We're a cardiology practice in Hamden, North Haven, Wallingford, and very soon, New Haven. And we see patients for any number of cardiac issues. So if you're in need of a cardiologist, we're around. We're accepting new patients. We take all insurances. And we're actually here at Hamden Fest today doing blood pressure screenings.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So are you here under the Business Expo tent?
We sure are.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So you can actually get your blood pressure checked.
Absolutely. So, one of the things that I talk about most with people are knowing your numbers, knowing your lab values, your blood pressure, your sugar numbers, and knowing what they mean and knowing where you're at. And if it can potentially, change your cardiovascular risk. It's important to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the biggest things that can affect all of us, right?
Yes, absolutely. And, in the summer, we maybe don't drink enough water, or we're maybe eating saltier foods, anything like that.
Yeah,
So knowing what our risk is important.
Yeah, even on a day like today. I mean, it was sunny out, and now it's getting, a little cloud coverage. But it's beautiful. But I guarantee you, I know I'm not drinking enough water today, and I probably have to be more aware of that.
Yep, we don't know when we're getting dehydrated. But to your point, it is beautiful today. So one of the other things that I love to talk about for cardiovascular health is getting outside and walking around and being active. It is the best thing you can do for your heart.
Well, this is a great day to do it, especially here at Town Center Park.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to see. Anything you're really excited about today?
The band is awesome.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
The band has been great. We've met a lot of really cool people. I'm going to be doing a lap to see all of the craft people and
we're
what
gonna
they
have to get out there.
I love some local crafts.
Yeah,
I got to
for
tell
sure.
you. And there's a lot of great businesses under this tent too. There's a lot of really good local stuff and supporting your community, which is important.
Yeah, so true. I haven't made the rounds completely yet, but I hope to in a few. And Trey Paul is the band here that's performing. They are doing an excellent job.
So good.
So it's been a whole lot of fun. People are having a great day.
Yeah.
So that's great. I really appreciate you coming by and telling us about everything. We can share your information, but how do people find you?
So we're Heart Wellness Group, LLC. heartwellnessgroup.com, 203-714-4441. Dr. Domaconda is the owner of the practice. My name is Christina. I'm the nurse practitioner there. And if you want to have your heart checked out, we're here for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you are planning on coming on the podcast for an episode, right?
I am, yes.
Okay,
So
great.
we'll be chatting. We'll be chatting all things health.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thank you for stopping by.
All right,
Appreciate
bye.
And the mic is directional enough to pick up relatively
you
little?
can get as close to it as you like, and that'll help.
Okay.
Yep.
Better?
Yeah, that sounds good. Are we good? Yeah. Okay, so we got another guest for the podcast. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone and tell us what you do?
Yeah, hi, my name is Matthew Peterson. I'm the owner of Homewatch CareGivers. I have offices in New Haven and Guilford.
Awesome. So what is Homewatch?
So we are what's called a non-medical home health provider. We are the folks who assist people with the things they need to do to live their more healthy, productive lives, and just in terms of their physical needs. So we help people with bathing. We help people take people out for walks, or we help take people to doctor's appointments. We'll do some house cleaning, the kinds of things that people used to be able to do for themselves, but because of age, or in some cases because of an acute illness, they can't do for themselves anymore.
Gotcha.
And some of that's temporary, and some of that's people are more permanent. We tend to work with seniors, but I do have younger clients who have suffered an injury, or in some very, very sad cases, clients that have suffered a severe disease like multiple sclerosis early in life.
Gotcha. So you can be there to support them and help them with all of these different things.
We support people. We help them live independently. And we help them live how and where they choose, so they don't have to go into nursing homes or other sort of kind of congregate living communities. We serve people where they are.
Gotcha. Yeah, so where are you located and what is your service area?
So service area is most of New Haven and Middlesex counties.
Okay.
The core spot I tell people is Milford to Guilford because it rhymes.
Yeah.
Again, I have an office in New Haven and an office in Guilford. And we really try very hard to service. This is something that we were talking about off air.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion about what services are available, what Medicare or insurance is willing to pay for,
right,
and what the distinction between the kind of work that I do and traditional visiting nurse association. So I view that a large part of my job, and where I think I and my team add the most value to people, is helping them understand and navigate the system and who to call for what. And of course, we keep a big, I'm old enough to use the word Rolodex, a contact list to help refer our clients to places that and services that we cannot provide for them. But we help them coordinate that. Because again, our goal is to help people live where they choose. It's not simply getting a home health aide there. That's the business, but that's not really how I view what I do. I really do view myself and my company as helping people live where they choose.
Yeah, and we were talking about how one of the biggest challenges you have, the biggest competitions you have, is just people not being aware of the services you provide, right?
Absolutely. There are many, many home health agencies in the New Haven area. About 70, I've been told.
Wow.
But I don't really view those as my competition. My competition is people who don't understand what I do and what I can and also what I can't do for them. And I have... I'm starting a program where we're doing virtual visits. I've got little camera technology that's set up in people's homes so we can do a virtual with our clients and set up a virtual for their families. And that's just going to help us assess things a little bit better and a little bit more so that we can tailor that level of service because everybody's needs change over time, and it's very hard, especially if there's not a lot of family around. Maybe family lives on the West Coast, or I've got clients whose family live overseas. This is a way to keep tabs on things to say, okay, we need to increase mom's level of services. Maybe we need to decrease mom's level of services. Maybe we need to change the cadence of them. And it's a way for us to be more involved with our clients because now we're working with the families as well.
So who is it that should be reaching out to you, and when should they reach out to you?
So anyone who needs help or thinks they may need some sort of help with those kind of activities, I really encourage people to reach out sooner rather than later. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to call me. I'm happy to talk to you.
Well, that's good to know,
But to not wait until there's an acute need. So many people, unfortunately, will call me and say, for the last 6 months, my mom's been showing some signs of dementia. And she needs some help with things. And now she's in the hospital because she got dehydrated and she wasn't drinking enough. It's something that's pretty easily preventable with just a little care, a little home care. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be around the clock. It doesn't have to be all day. It doesn't have to be every day. Just enough to help monitor the situation.
So in the planning, I mean, to get ahead of it, make a plan for it. That's where you can come in. And...
Exactly. Look, we're all getting old. We're all getting older.
That's right. Best of my
if
we're lucky.
Exactly. To the best of my knowledge, I've never met anyone who's getting younger. So so many people will end up needing a service like mine. It's better to understand now what's available. Again, I do think this technology solution we're rolling out is going to help people with that, so that you're not calling me in a crisis. You're not calling when someone's in a hospital, when someone has fallen and broken their hip, and now you're starting from Jump Street with the gun to your head. Pre-plan this out. That doesn't cost anything, and I'm happy to talk to you. that's the best thing, not to wait until there's a crisis. And it's hard because we understand. Look, I've got my parents are 81 years old. No one likes to talk to their parents about the problems of getting older and the physical and sometimes mental and cognitive challenges associated with that. Right? Those are not comfortable conversations. I get it, but they're still necessary. Yeah, and we can help provide some resources to help people manage those conversations. I can't make them easy, but I can do what I can, at least help you understand it and help you get through it.
Yeah, it's probably better for all of us to be a little bit uncomfortable so that we are more prepared when things happen, right? So to get ahead of it.
Exactly. We all have a pretty good vision of what the future looks like. We all have seen aging parents, aging friends, aging grandparents. Yeah. It's going to happen to you and your loved ones at some point. Yeah. Hopefully, as you said before. Exactly. So you plan this out. It's almost like, to some extent, it's almost like home insurance. You don't want to have it, but you need to have it, and you can't get the policy after the house burns down. Right. It makes life a lot easier if you plan it out and you know what's what. You have those resources, even if you don't have them at hand. You at least have the list. You know how the system works, and one of the big aspects is financial. Yeah. Medicare will pay for some things, won't pay for other things. Yeah. A lot of people assume what Medicare will and won't pay for. And they're wrong. And so people are assuming that they will be able to get Medicare to pay for certain things, and therefore don't plan for it. And the opposite happens too. Someone will not attempt to get a service because they don't think they can get financial help, and they can't.
Yeah,
under some circumstances.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's all really important. How can people find you?
So you can always call my office, which is 203-646-8855. My company is Homewatch CareGivers of New Haven or of Guilford. If you type Homewatch CareGivers New Haven, Homewatch CareGivers Guilford will come up. Okay. And you can send and on that website you can send us an email or fill in a contact form.
Okay, well that's great. We'll definitely be sure to share your information out to our audience. Appreciate you coming by today.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
This has been great. All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day. All right. So we are here at Hamden Fest. And it's just an amazing, beautiful day. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Thank you, Dave. I'm Karla Natale. I'm Associate Vice President for Community Partnerships at Quinnipiac University. And happy to be here with you.
Awesome. And Karla, you and I have been on the Chamber and the Hamden Health and Wellness Committee, doing a lot of work in the community. It's been so great working with you. What were you just talking about, though, that you'd love to highlight and let people know about?
Yes, we have a wonderful walking program for older adults, 50 plus, but you could be if you're under 50, that's okay too, you could still come. Yeah. It's called Bobcat Stride. It's on our North Haven campus, and we are open every day during the week, Monday through Friday. You could come walk from 9 to 12. And 6 to 9. I'm getting all my dates confused.
That's okay.
6 to 9 a.m. Yeah. You could come walk on the North Haven campus. It's a little more flexible during the summer, so if you want to come up until noon or so, that's totally fine. And then we have an outside walking loop that's open during the daylight hours. Pretty much during the spring and summer.
That's awesome.
Months.
All on that campus, right?
All on that campus. We're working on opening a path on the Hamden campus as well, the Mount Carmel campus.
That would be amazing.
We'll have more info on that coming soon. But basically, you just have to sign a waiver. You can come and walk inside where it's temperature controlled, flat. It's well lit. Especially in the winter months when it's icy and whatnot. You could be inside, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful program. We have close to 150 people from Hamden, North Haven, all surrounding towns registered. We have a lot of people that have formed friendships and do things together outside of the walking hours as well. So it's been a really great
Yeah, what an awesome program that is. I bet, it'd be great to get the word out about that, get more people involved and utilizing that. That's so amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we'd love to have even more people come walk, and we'll continue to look at expanding the program, and we welcome feedback from people as well.
Awesome. So we'll be happy to share that information too on all of our social media feeds. And if you want to come on for a full episode sometime, we can talk more about all the amazing work you're doing with Quinnipiac University.
Sounds great.
We really appreciate all of that.
Thank you for everything you do.
What are you excited about today?
Oh, I am excited about just all the local businesses and being here to support everyone and see all the great things that they're doing and cheer people on. And of
Awesome.
course, food. Gotta get some food too.
There's some really good food
Yes.
out there. I just picked up some frescoes myself.
Excellent.
So yeah,
That's
awesome.
one of my faves.
Great. Well, enjoy
All
the
right.
day. Thanks
Thank you,
for
Dave.
stopping by.
Bye.
All right.
I had my 50th birthday party there.
Oh wow! Happy birthday.
Thank you. I had a joint party with my neighbor.
Yeah.
And he also recently retired from the FBI, so it was like we invited a lot of people, and it was the 70s theme.
Oh wow!
So we had a lot of people
That's
in
awesome.
costumes.
Love it.
Yeah, I had like a sequin jumpsuit on last night. My neighbor had white polyester pants on with a butterfly collar.
Wow.
You could sing any song. Lots of singing last night.
So it didn't stick to the 70s music? It was all over? Or?
I think when we were at Best Video, we did stick
Okay,
to the
all right.
70s, but the after party was at my house, and I have a karaoke machine because
Okay.
I love it. So
Yeah.
people didn't leave my house till 2.
Oh wow, that's
and
great.
we broke genres.
Awesome. That
different
sounds like a lot of fun.
decades.
Good
It
way
was
to
a blast.
celebrate.
It was great.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So I'm Julie Bailis. I'm a personal trainer and a health coach and a menopause specialist. I work with women over 40 to really work on their health and wellness. I particularly specialize in getting women stronger.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, because oftentimes I feel like many women are working on getting smaller, where for our health and wellness, we really want to work on strength. And a lot of people are missing that component. I know a lot of women come up to me and say, I want to get strong, but I don't know what techniques to use.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hurt myself, and I've never had any training. So I offer a 6 and a 12-week program. So women come to me, we have a consultation at my space in Hamden, and we go over what your health and wellness goals are. We do a physical kind of evaluation where I evaluate your movement, and then I create a custom program for you to do either at your home or at a gym.
Oh wow, that's
And a lot of women
fantastic.
say, I want to work out at home, but I don't even know what to buy.
Yeah.
So I help people build their home gyms as well.
Oh wow,
So
that's
I
great.
create the program, and then in addition to that, we have half-hour coaching calls a week.
Oh wow.
So it's great for accountability.
So you do the coaching calls even after the program ends?
If they want to continue with the program,
Right.
we just keep going.
That's
But
great.
yeah, I offer a 6-week or a 12-week program.
And where's your space in Hamden?
I am located. If anyone remembers where Lady Olga's is or
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
Talbot's, so it's at 3496 Whitney.
Okay.
So it's Westwoods and Whitney.
Yeah, going up toward Westwood.
Right above M&T Bank.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's Mountain View Wellness.
Mountain View Wellness.
Yep.
Okay. Great. And how long have you been doing this for?
I actually owned a yoga studio before COVID, and COVID forced me to close down.
Yeah.
So during COVID, I had a lot of friends saying, Julie, can you just do some workouts? And I wasn't a personal trainer. I was a CrossFitter.
Yeah.
So I started doing online, Zoom calls back in the day, if we remember those.
Yeah, of course.
We still do Zoom,
Yeah.
thank God. But then I started my personal training journey, and I got into powerlifting and personal training and health
Awesome.
coaching. So the business grew. So I was renting a space out from somebody, just a few hours.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, my schedule was full. And I had a space in North Haven for about a year, but I've been at the space at Whitney probably about 2-3 years now.
That's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. And so
Yeah.
you were just telling me a story about how you were on the lookout for us.
Yes.
You had heard about us and wanted to get on to the podcast.
Listen, I came here this morning. I talked to my intern. I said, Lynette, next on the docket is WOW Radio and the Sounds of Health.
That's amazing.
And then, what's his name?
Jason.
Jason
Yeah.
came up to me like not a half hour later, and she was like, "Oh my God, Julie!" I'm like, "We got this."
Yeah, you manifested
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I've been
right.
wanting to talk to you guys for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you get introduced to us? Do you remember
I
how
saw
you
you guys
found
on
us?
Facebook.
Yeah, okay, great.
You probably tagged a chamber business.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That works, that tagging thing.
Yeah, and so that's exciting. I'm glad that's working. The way our audience has grown has really been organic so far. We haven't really promoted it all.
That's
It's just
awesome.
been through the people we have on and sharing us. So it's been a lot of fun. We're really just getting started with what we want to do. So I'm glad that you were looking for us. I'm glad that you found us and that we found you. And we'd love to have you on for a full episode sometime.
I will be there. That would be awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Anything you're
looking forward to
excited
it.
about here at Hamden Fest?
This is my first year having a booth,
Yeah.
and it's been awesome.
Good.
Like, I set up proper,
Sure.
I got all the signs with the pictures.
Right, yeah.
So, it says women over 40 want to get strong, and they just
Easy.
come
There
on.
you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been great.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for stopping
Thank
by.
you so
Look forward
much.
to talking to you more.
I look forward to it as well.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, hello. We're streaming live from Hamden Fest at the Hamden Town Center Park with the Hamden Regional Chamber of Commerce. Great day to be out here. I mean, the weather could not be more perfect. There is a business expo happening under this tent, so you've got a lot of organizations, nonprofits, and resources that are under here to come out to and say hello. And then this way in front of us, there's a craft fair, so a lot of craft artisans, tents set up with a lot of different products, and then a number of really great food trucks. So we just had some Frescoes, which is over here. They're located in Hamden. Their food is excellent, Greek food. I can see Haven Beer Company out there. I know the Perfect Pour truck is here. If you haven't experienced that, that's another fun one. So come on out if you are thinking about it. It's just a beautiful day. We also wanted to talk a little bit about a few of the resources that the Hamden Regional Chamber of Commerce has for people, specifically the Hello Hamden app. So this app is available through the Apple Store or any of the app stores on your phone. You can download it, and it's going to give you access to all of the wonderful things and organizations that are located in or working in Hamden. You'll get updates on events that we're doing, and if you yourself have things that you'd like to promote, there's an option for that as well. So be sure to download the Hello Hamden app. Jay, how's your day going?
My day's going great. I ate some pasta salad provided from All Town. They have some samples over there.
Nice, yeah, I saw All Town.
I love all
over
the
there.
free samples. There's so many vendors, so many businesses. There's just a lot of handouts. And so first thing I would recommend if you're coming, grab a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have some bags here, actually.
We do. We have bags from Aetna, I believe.
Yeah. So we got a few of the insurance companies that donated some bags to us. So at the Nutmeg Insurance Advisors table, right here behind us, you can stop by and grab a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a lot to look forward to. We're going to be here until about 4 o'clock. So you still got a couple hours. You want to take a walk, come on out and see us. Live music is still happening. I think they've switched up the act, but they're still providing some great music. So come on out if you're in the area. All right, we'll be checking back in just a few minutes. All right, another guest has now stopped by the podcast here at Hamden Fest at Hamden Town Center Park. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
I sure will. Hello, David. My name's Arthur Erickson, and I am fortunate to own Beecher and Bennett Funeral Home. We have locations in Hamden and Meriden. So it's great to be here. A beautiful day.
Awesome. Art, you and I have gotten to know each other a little by just being active in the Hamden Chamber of Commerce, and I think we're both on the board for the Curtis Home in Meriden.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and it's awesome that you guys are such a part of the community.
Well, we find that the Chamber of Commerce is a great way to just get out and meet people, and not everyone wants to walk in the funeral home, but if they can come over here and say hello to us here today in an informal setting, just answer questions or just say hello, and it's just a way to get out and say hello to folks.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously the services that you guys provide are services we all need.
Well,
you do an excellent job.
I joke with friends who come by. They say, well, I'm not ready. I said, that's okay. I'm patient.
That's great. Yeah, and you guys do just such an excellent job. So that's great. How long have you been in the business for?
Well, we're honored. I will celebrate my 40th year.
Wow.
Next year, and so I'm third generation of my family to own the funeral home, and my son is the fourth, working with me as well. So it's a good thing, and we don't always love every day, but we do say that every day is different.
Yeah.
So we like our jobs, and we get some satisfaction from maybe making someone's day a little bit easier.
Absolutely, and you definitely do that. What's the original location?
It started in New Haven. And the good news is that we're 130 years old. Started in 1894.
That's incredible.
Yep. Started in July of 1894. Mr. Beecher and Mr. Bennett were brothers-in-law who started a horse and carriage business. And my grandfather got the firm from Mr. Bennett back in the 50s. And so here I am, as I said, third generation. So,
amazing.
It's every day is different. We like to help folks.
Yeah, absolutely. And you grew up with the business then, obviously.
Well, I was not going to do it. I got my degree in business education and was going to go slay the world on Wall Street somewhere.
Yeah.
And here I am, 40 years later.
We talk about that a lot on the podcast, about that winding road that everybody has. Very few of us are doing what we started out to do.
Well, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And again, whatever you do, whatever you get out of bed doing every day of the week, you have to want to be there. And
for
it's
sure.
evident if some folks maybe don't want to be there, but it's a passion that not necessarily a ministry, but we do feel a sense of satisfaction helping folks in a tough time.
Yeah, and I mean that's the toughest time people have, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of my time actually making pre-arrangements. So not everyone is ready for that, but if they are, we like to sit down and have a chat with them and just get some things on paper. Whether they pay for it or not is up to them, but their family will certainly thank them and know that some of their affairs in order.
That's good to know.
The worst thing that can happen is a sudden death, and they'll come in, they'll be like deer in the headlights, and they'll be looking at me, and they say, well, he would never talk about it. He didn't know what he wanted.
Right.
We don't know what to do. And then it just, becomes a lot more difficult. Whereas if some thoughts are even just mentioned or talked about at the dinner table, people know what the plan is.
Right.
It's a conversation everyone should have, whether it's easy or difficult. It's a good thing to do. And say I love you every night to your family, because you never know.
The most important thing.
You never know.
For sure. I think Nancy was just behind us trying to get in on. Jason was trying to
get her in here.
I thought she was going to get on the mic. But that's all right. That's all right.
Good for Nancy. No, we're glad to sponsor and support these events.
Yeah.
We're active in the Meriden Chamber of Commerce as well. But here in Hamden, this is a great event, and there's thousands of people here. So. I think it's a good thing for the service of the Hamden Chamber.
Yeah, it's a fantastic day. They do such a great job. Meriden Chamber, Hamden Chamber, our alliance group between them. That's great. What did you end up getting to eat? I saw you walking around looking for food.
My friend owns Spuds Your Way, Jared Cohen.
Yes, yeah.
So I was walking by, and we kind of locked eyes, and that's where I ended up.
That's awesome. That's a good choice.
Yeah, I've known
choice.
Jared for years. He played basketball with our sons.
Oh, that's great.
So,
awesome.
You make a relationship, and it just sticks for years and years. It must have been 20 years ago they played basketball.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Jared's a good guy. I like him a lot, and his parents.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Art, thank you so much for stopping by.
Glad to be
Love
here,
having
David.
you on the mic, and we'll talk again.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you for being here.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Okay, getting nice and close. There you go.
There we go.
You're a pro. You're not new to this, right?
I'm very new to this. I'm very introvert.
Yeah, okay. So I'm back again with Sean Condon.
Hey there.
So Sean is the owner of Ageless Insurance, and he is a part of my agency as well, but Sean does a whole lot of things out in the community and is really unique. So he can help people like we all do in Nutmeg Insurance Advisors with their Medicare options, but he does a lot of really great events in the community too. Sean, why don't you tell people about what you do?
Oh, great, thanks. Like Dave said, I'm Sean Condon, part of Ageless Insurance. We do a lot of things in the area, different locations like your senior centers or your housing authorities. We try to get out there and do things that are a little different than your typical events that you see everywhere. It's not just a traditional bingo. We actually get involved with doing it as a grocery bingo. So instead of them winning something like an amount of money, we actually have it involved with groceries. So,
right, yeah.
It seems like it works out a lot better, for me at least, where the excitement's there. It's like they see all the prizes on the table. It's like, okay, I want that. I better win because I want that before it goes away.
Yeah.
So enjoy that. And then we do get involved with some of the assisted living facilities in the area. One of the ones we just did over at Mariners Point in East Haven it's called Running for the Roses, which is very similar to it always works around your horse racing, like the derby events. What we do is we have some wooden horses that we put on the ground. We have a track that they go on. We roll dice, and that's what makes the moves. And we try to make it as involved as possible. So these people are all dressed up, almost like they're at the Kentucky Derby.
Right, yeah.
Some of the events we've done, the first part of it is a craft event where they actually create that Kentucky Derby hat. So it really gets involved, and they really love it. And it's always like, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? It's like, we're going to come back as much as possible, but we do have other things on our calendar that we can't say, how's tomorrow?
Right, of course.
We have to just make sure that everything is working the way it should be.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know the groups that I've been with you attending, then people just love what you do, and they really respond to it.
Yeah, and just like everything else, I mean, you can't just be like, okay, bingo,
yeah, right.
You really have to get, your personality into it. And people love to, interact with you, and I love interacting with other people.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this is your first time at Hamden Fest. What do you think?
I'm amazed at the size of this event and the crowd that I've seen. It's like, you never know what to expect because every year is different, of course. But this year, and I haven't been here before, like you just said, that, there's people walking everywhere, and they're still, enjoying the great sun that's out there. And we're inside a tent here, and the people are just moving through it. The traffic is just fantastic. It's so nice to see people getting out and enjoying the weather.
For sure. This is probably the best weather we've had. I've been here for 4 to 5 years now. This is probably the best it's been. This wind that's coming through keeps it nice and cool, so it's not too hot. Under this tent is perfect.
Oh, yeah. No.
Right?
As we're walking around, it's like you realize that there's such a heat difference out there versus underneath a tent where we're staying cool. So it's definitely enjoyable.
Yeah. Now, we've got that time of year coming up for us where we're going to be learning all about the changes to Medicare and certifying and getting appointed with all the carriers. And so, when you're selling Medicare and you're out there helping people, it's cyclical, and this time of year is when we're really out there learning and educating ourselves. Are you looking forward to that in the season ahead?
Well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to recertifying every year.
Yeah.
But, it makes me feel better knowing that I know what's coming forward for my potential clients and my existing clients.
Yep.
So this way, it shows that, we're always educating ourselves, so we're not just getting stale and trying to say, well, it's always been the same. Medicare is never the same.
That's right.
Every year it's changing, and every year we've seen different changes. So you can't just say, oh, yeah, well, no, it's not that. Things have changed so much over the years. And this year is just the same. There's more things coming out that we need to learn about. And, they've kind of teased us a little bit with what's out there.
Right.
But we haven't heard exactly what's coming.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And every carrier's different, so they may interpret the rules differently.
Right.
So, you can't just say, oh, if you're with this carrier, it's exactly the same as this carrier.
Yeah.
Everyone does what they can to make it happen.
Yeah, it's really important, especially in our industry, to never stop learning and to be out there gathering information for our clients.
Oh, absolutely.
Something this is a good time of year for me. It's time when I'm really interested in just getting out there and helping you guys out there, making sure we have all the right resources in place. So it's really exciting. And of course, this fair season, we're going to be probably doing some more of these events.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great because, with the fair season, you're going to get a variety of different age brackets and demographics.
Of course, yeah.
So, we come in, we talk about Medicare. Or if the person's younger than 65, we can start working about like life insurance or, the under 60 access health.
Right.
Whatever's out there, we really have someone on the team that can answer their questions.
For sure,
So-
and thanks for bringing that up, because we do try to be as holistic as possible to help people with their questions about health insurance, life insurance, long-term care.
Right.
So all of those things are really an important part of the plan, piece of the puzzle for folks, and we're here to support them.
And it's so nice because we also know that, we have some great interaction with the actual carriers.
Right.
It's not like we're going to have to email them and hope they return our email.
Yeah.
We have their direct lines so that if we do have questions, we can ask. If we don't know the answer, we'll go right directly to the carriers.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, here's the answer. And, a potential client is always amazed at how, we actually have that opportunity to answer their questions with the right people.
Absolutely.
So,
for sure.
Very exciting.
What are you going to partake in today? Anything you're excited about out here with all of this?
Oh, I was sampling some of the pasta salad earlier.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Is it good?
It is.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, so that was my thing. And then, I really haven't looked around too much at some of the crafting areas.
Yeah.
But, I love looking at that stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm
do
always
too.
amazed at the talent that people have and what they bring to an event like this.
Yeah, for sure. And there's quite a few of them here today.
Yeah.
This is bigger than I've seen it.
Yeah, this is an amazing event, and the weather is perfect for it.
Yeah. Great. Well, Sean, thank you so much for
Thanks,
being
Dave.
here.
Appreciate
We'll
it.
talk soon.
Excellent.
All right.
All right.
That they have going on. You guys have a celebration coming up, right?
Well, we do. We do. Actually, let me tell you two things. We've got a big celebration for 40 years of service this October. It's October 17th. We're going to be at the View. Tickets will go on sale at the end of this month.
Okay.
Right at the end of June, let's say July 1 to be safe. But tickets will go up. And we're going to have a great time. We're
awesome.
hoping to bring and fill up the View. It's a gorgeous space.
Yeah.
It's got a view of New Haven. Beautiful facility, but it'll be an emotional, heartwarming night. We'll hear from some of the people that have been impacted and benefited from our work.
Yeah.
Meet some friends, have some good food.
That sounds amazing.
So that's October 17th. Before that, later this month, actually June 20th, we're going to be at the Whitneyville Cultural Commons with year 2 of Cultivating Connections, the unveiling of the art that was done by artist in residence Kristen Eno, who happens to be a Hamden resident.
Yeah.
Along with our cohort of seniors that were involved. So she's a passionate storyteller. So if you want to hear about, what's been happening with these seniors through photography, through videography, come to the Whitneyville Cultural Commons, June 20th, 3 to 4:30, no charge.
That's awesome.
You can register online. You can RSVP at ConnecticutPublicGardens.org.
Okay, ConnecticutPublicGardens.org. Awesome. And make sure we'll get that information from you and share it out as well.
Thank you.
So sounds like you got a lot going on, Dan, as always.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Absolutely.
Cheers. Be
All
well.
right.
Bye.
Is this my good side?
You're on here, so.
Okay.
All right, I think you look great.
Thank you.
All right. So we have another guest for the Sounds of Health podcast. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, well, my name is Maxine Bowden. I'm an event curator, and I create artistically entertaining events that engage the guests as much as they entertain. So I always incorporate poetry, live music, dancing, and like interactive booths and vendors.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So how do people come to you? When are they looking out for you?
So people can find me on Instagram mostly at Events by Paradigm. That's PARADIGM, Events by Paradigm. But I also have a website. It's eventsbyparadigm.com.
Awesome.
And we're actually getting ready for an upcoming event in August. It's a women's festival called If Looks Could Heal. So it's about self-care, health, wellness, inner and outer beauty.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's great. And so what are some of the big events or your favorite events that you've done?
Oh, my most recent one, it was called Welcome to the Emerald City. It was an homage to The Wiz, and everyone had to come wearing the color green. And I incorporated those same artistic layers of the culture while also introducing a fashion show. So it was like beautifully executed. It was amazing.
That's amazing. Now, is that like the type of event you're putting on for an organization? Or is this like a person comes to you and says, I have this idea?
Well, a little bit of both. However, these last events that I've been doing, they're part of an event series I created called In My Element, which is just spaces where people can feel like themselves.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're at these events, you kind of like, oh, did I really have a good time? Was I really, or was I just there? You know?
Right,
so
yeah.
I felt like, okay, what 4 events this year do I want to plan where people can feel like they came and they had a good time and they were in their element?
That's very cool.
Yeah, but people can come and give me an idea or tell me what their thoughts are, and I have a creative spirit. So on the spot, I can come up with a million different ideas for you. And then organization-wise, we do more like fundraising events or team building or more intimate settings.
Gotcha. Okay. How did you get into this line of work?
It's so weird.
Is it a long story?
No, to make it very, very short, I pretty much didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, right? College
Like
wasn't
most of
really
us.
in the cards for me.
Sure.
And so I just did everything. Like anything you can imagine, I've done it. I've had over 20 jobs. And I think that the accumulation of all those things kind of just made me who I am. So I've worked as a coordinator for fashion, Connecticut Fashion Week and New York Fashion Week. I've been a makeup artist. I've been a bartender. I've been a mom. Like all these different job titles that you can think of, I've done them. And then when I wanted to step out on my own, it kind of just added up to this one thing. And that's why I call myself an event curator, because I really just take all of those things and experiences and put them into how I think about planning an event for someone or myself.
That's amazing.
Yes,
Are you located in this area?
I am. I'm based in Hamden, Connecticut.
Okay, great.
And that is where the August event is going to be at Mill Rock Park on
nice.
the 24th.
Yeah,
Yes.
great location.
Amazing.
That's great. And now, do you do events everywhere, or are you in a certain location?
I do them anywhere, everywhere.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
And how's your day at Hamden Fest going so far?
Oh, it's amazing. I brought my children out here so they can see the environment of Hamden.
Yeah.
Because they also have their own business and they're performers. So they're
Really?
like telling everybody, book us, book us.
What kind of performers?
They're rappers. My daughter sings and does ASL while they're performing.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Wow.
You can find them on Instagram. I would be shameful if I didn't
A
plug
family
them in.
full of entrepreneurs. That's amazing.
Yes, they're called the B Squad, and you can find them on Instagram at We Are the Bowdens, BOWD. And I'm actually wearing one of their shirts.
Okay.
I have
Gotcha. That's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by. It's been great to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's been a
We'll be
pleasure,
able to
Dave.
share some of your information on the live stream and online. And
Awesome.
All right. You enjoy
Thank
the rest
you.
of your day.
You do the same. Thank
All
you
right,
again.
Thank you. All right, so our next guest is the owner of Frescoes in Hamden, Connecticut.
Hello.
Say hello, introduce yourself.
I'm Peter Voris, the owner of Frescoes, located 2323 Whitney Avenue in Hamden. It's right next to the New Haven Beer Company.
Yep, absolutely, right in the center there of Hamden.
Yeah.
And you guys have been there for how many years?
8 years.
8 years,
Yeah.
wow, that's awesome.
And pretty exciting. Last Thursday, America's Best Restaurants came and shot an episode.
That's amazing.
At our restaurant.
Oh, that's great. So that'll be on somewhere? Or?
It's going to be on either YouTube or Travel Channel or one of those things.
Okay, so America's Best Restaurants.
Yeah, we were chosen to be one of the best restaurants.
Congratulations, that's
Thank you
awesome.
very much, yeah.
And I love that you have the truck too.
We have the truck.
So that was my lunch today, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Always,
Oh,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of the Greek salad when I come in and to the shop and actually grab my lunch.
Yeah, the menu on the truck's not as extensive.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should just come by and have. It's healthy, it's good,
For sure.
and, it's an alternative to burgers and all that junk.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's a great place. I always recommend you guys highly.
Oh, very nice.
So
wait, what are we on?
So we are the Sounds of Health podcast.
Oh.
So we launched this year, and we try to highlight the stories, resources, and people in the community that help others to live healthier lives.
All right,
So
very good.
yeah, we just try to highlight stories.
Well, one of the things we do have, and we're the only ones around, is a meatless gyro.
Oh, nice.
So, so it's made from pea protein. So sort of like they make the Beyond Burger or whatever.
Right, yeah.
It tastes really good.
Yeah.
And if you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, then you can get it without the tzatziki, but
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed that was on the menu, right? For the food
Yassi,
truck?
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so people like it.
Yeah, so we are live streaming for the first time. Nancy actually recommended we do this. We had her on the podcast, and she
Yeah.
said, "Why don't you come out to Hamden Fest?" So,
oh, that's very nice.
yeah, so it's been a lot of
Well, where
fun.
are you
We've talked
based
to a lot
out
of
of
people.
here?
So, I own Nutmeg Insurance Advisors.
Right.
So that's an insurance agency based out of North Haven,
Okay.
and we actually do the podcast right there from the office.
Oh, very good. Nice.
So,
We got a nice setup.
yeah, it's working out pretty well for us.
Can you tell how many people?
How many people? Yeah, and we don't have a huge audience right now, but we're just growing. We're just
awesome.
getting started. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll post something on my. What's it called? Sounds of Health.
Sounds of Health. Yeah.
Okay, just Sounds of Health.
Just Sounds of Health. Yeah. You
right,
can find
cool.
us on any podcast app.
All right.
We're streaming.
And how many episodes have you done?
So we're on 20.
Really?
Yeah, we started in February. We do it weekly.
Oh, that's very cool.
And we've had a lot of the chamber members on as guests.
Right.
So I know you're on the board for the Hamden Chamber. I'm on the board.
Yeah.
We're all very active in our community. So I really just wanted it to be a way to highlight these people and resources that are out there for
that's
folks.
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Be well.
All right. You too. Perfect. Sounds good. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, of course.
So Nancy just introduced us. So your name is Trey?
I am. Yeah. So my name's Trey. I am the owner of CT Mold Remediation Specialists. We're a full-service mold remediation, inspection, indoor air quality testing, and dehumidifier installation and service company.
Awesome. Are you based in this area?
Yeah, we're based in Bethany, which is the town over from Hamden.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. And do you have a service area? Do you go anywhere in Connecticut?
We go anywhere in Connecticut. Closer the better.
Okay.
But we've gone as far as basically to New York, all the way up to Old Saybrook, to Rhode Island. Yeah.
Awesome. And how did you get into this line of work?
So family's in construction, and so I've been around it. I mean, I've been working since I've been like 8 years old.
Yeah, gotcha.
And just kind of got into this industry. Wanted to do something a little different than my parents, but still be in the same industry I was comfortable with. So I landed on damage restoration. So we do water remediation and mold remediation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are the biggest challenges you're running into out there? I mean, are people finding mold in their homes and things like that?
Yeah, so we're super busy. It's honestly just keeping up with the work. And finding good people is the hardest thing.
Finding
good quality people to work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're looking for people to join the company?
We are looking at people.
Awesome. What do people need to have to qualify for a position with you?
Basically just hard worker, be able to think on your feet, be creative, but honestly it's a pretty entry-level position, just looking for technicians.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. And you're a recent grad from Quinnipiac?
I'm still at Quinnipiac.
You're still
actually.
at Quinnipiac?
Yeah, so I'll be a junior next year.
Oh, wow, awesome. So you started a business while you're still in school?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a balance, but it's been fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. How many people are working with you?
Right now we have 6.
6 of them?
Yeah,
okay.
including myself.
Awesome. That's great.
So it's been up and down, but it's been fun overall.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously the work you're doing is helping people to be healthy.
Yeah,
because when you're living with mold, it can really cause severe.
Yeah, it can really, a lot of health effects when it comes to mold.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So how do people find you? How do you get the word out?
So you can find us online, our website. A lot of our work is through referrals. We're looking at trying to get outward, so we're signing up with a marketing company actually next week or two, and that's going to give us some more advertisement. But CT Mold Remediation Specialist, you can look us up anywhere, and that's how you get in contact with us.
Okay, awesome. How's your day been at Hamden Fest so far?
It's been good. Made a lot of good connections, met a lot of the people from the community. It's been a good day so far.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, it's been great to meet you. Thanks for stopping by and telling us about you. We'll be sure to share your information.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, we are just wrapping up here at Hamden Fest. The fest is closing up in the next 15 minutes or so. Still some time if people want to get down here. I think the music is going to continue. These food trucks and some of these vendors don't look like they're going anywhere anytime quick. So if you are in the area, you want to stop by. Lots of great things happening here at Hamden Town Center Park. I want to thank the Hamden Regional Chamber of Commerce and Nancy Dudchik for having us today. This has been a lot of fun meeting a lot of these business owners and talking to them. I hope whoever was on Facebook Live enjoyed this. We're going to try and take some of this content and put it into a Sounds of Health episode. This has been just a lot of fun for us because it was the first time we did anything like this, and hope to do a whole lot more while we try to grow our audience. What'd you think, Jay?
I think it was wonderful. There's a lot of technical problems we had with, of course, the growing pains there. But I appreciate everyone that was listening and liking, and all of our guests that came on as well.
Definitely.
I want to thank Ash and Eric for providing us some wonderful music to listen to.
Yeah.
I want to thank Johnny Rogers, and I want to also thank Rob Hames, who provides music for Sounds of Health. And of course, thank you, Dave, for hosting the marathon hosting of people coming in, a revolving door of guests here on the podcast.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, thank you guys again. Sounds of Health is coming to you every single week. We're highlighting the people, resources, and organizations out there that are helping you to live a healthier life. We are helping you to move the needle toward better health, and we're just getting started. So be sure to keep tuning in and share the sounds. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.